to talk about the migration of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And inshallah today we will continue in the same topic. And actually today I would like to talk from his house, the cave of the Thawr, where he took shelter, you can say, or where he hid from the eyes of the kuffar. My dear brothers and sisters, as you know, that kuffar surrounded his house from the beginning of the night, and they were waiting which time Prophet is going out from his house. Because usually it was the habit of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he started sleeping at the beginning of the night, early night, after Salat al-Isha, and then he was going out for Salat al-Tahajjud in the midnight in the mosque of Kaaba, out of Bayt al-Haram. So people were knowing that he is going out from his house at midnight. So people were waiting, the kuffar were waiting, that when the Prophet went out or come out from his house, at that time they will attack on him. They were waiting this time. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He who is the Lord of all things, what is going to happen, or what has happened in the past, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the Khalam kuffar. And Allah Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from his house went out in front of the people who were around his house and threw some soil on the heads and recited two ayahs from Surah Yasin. He went out, and the people who were waiting to kill him, they slept maybe you can say, and they did not know at which time he went out from his house. And Ali bin Talib after getting the command from the Prophet ﷺ to stay in his house and slept on his bed, with covering the grave sheet. And he was assured by the Prophet ﷺ that the kuffar will not harm him. So it was basically sacrifice for Ali bin Talib that he put himself in dangerous because the people, the kuffar, they surrounded his house of the Prophet ﷺ for killing him. And sleeping on his bed, putting himself in the wilderness, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected him because he sacrificed for the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the morning, one man came before the morning, one man came and what you are waiting? They said that we are waiting the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he comes out, we will attack on him. He said, oh, he has gone in front of you. And you are waiting here? They saw from the window, no. They said that he is sleeping on his bed. But he was living in the and in the morning, when he entered the house, they found Ali bin Abi Talib on his bed. And they tortured him and asked him, where is the Prophet? But he said he does not know. What happened the next one? First step. When the Prophet went out from his house in front of these people, they are supposed to know that it is not easy to harm the Prophet ﷺ, or it is not easy to kill him, because he got the protection, the security of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala right in front of them, and they did not know when he went. So from here, from first step, they can understand that he got the protection of Allah, and it is not easy to kill him or harm him. And the second thing, after getting out from his house, when he came to house of Abu Bakr Siddiq at midnight, all many members of Abu Bakr Siddiq was awakening, except his father, the old man, who was at that time a Muslim. And the other family members, they were Muslim. His two daughters, his son, Abdullah, and himself, while his another son, Abdul Rahman, was Muslim at that time. And because he came to take part in the battle of Badr with the kuffar, and very famous story I am not going here, but the Abu Bakr Siddiq was waiting him because he got the news that he will accompany him in his migration. And when he came, you can imagine the dangerous situation at that time in Makkah, because Makkah was at that time not a big city like nowadays. We can say at that time it was like the village. Not about the big city. The houses were close to each other. How he went from his house to the house of Prophet Siddiq and how he secretly planned, according their palace, they went out from the house of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And at that time, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha was so young, 6 years old. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she was younger than her. And Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu ajma'in, and he was son of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He was so smart, so intelligent, and so expert and brilliant. Abdullah Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, according to the parade, they went out from the house of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And they went and see, we can say nowadays language, but according to the parade, they did not went direct to Medina. Because the kuffar, they were knowing that Muslims are migrating from Makkah to Medina. If Prophet went out from Makkah, surely he will go to Medina. And Medina is the north of Makkah, not in the south. North of Makkah. So people were thinking that he will go to Medina, but Prophet according to the place and they went out from Makkah to the south, not to the north. That is, at first step, the kuffar will start thinking that we look for this way, the way of Medina, not the way of the Yemen, because he went south, the way of the Yemen. And it is, for according to the plan, there. And from here, we can understand the sacrifice of the family of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. His family, as I said, he himself, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Later on, I will try to say some story from the life of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, what happened from his house to the scale of thought. But with that, his own family member, his 2 daughters, his slaves, Amr ibn Fuhayra radiallahu ta'ala anhu, his son Abdullah ibn Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, all these people, they put themselves in the dangerous because the people of Makkah, they were knowing that the close friends of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And so immediately when they knew in the morning that both the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has gone from Makkah, immediately they came to the house of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And see here how his daughter Asma radiallahu ta'ala anha was brilliant. When they came and knocked her door, she came out and they asked Abu Jahl, who was at that time the Syrian enemy of the Prophet, the old Muslim. He came and knocked the door and asked, "Where is your father?" She said, "I do not know." "Where is the Prophet Muhammad?" "I do not know." She explained herself in the according to the narration of Ibn Hisham rahmatullah alayh, Abu Jahl, he laid on my cheek, my earring fell down. But she was knowing, according to the Quran, that where they are and where they went. But she suffered from this kind of abusing way from afar, but she does not inform where these people have gone. And then later on, according to Abdullah bin Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, because the kuffar became so angry why he has gone and we will not able to kill him. So they immediately they call a meeting and announce in their meeting that who will bring these 2 people, dead or alive, he will get the prize 100 camels. And the people of Makkah, they started trying to get to them or to find them. But Abdullah ibn Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was bringing the people like we can say nowadays spies, like the intelligence. He used to collect the information. What kinds of plans the people of Makkah made to do now against these 2 people. And after collecting this information, when the night started, and night falls after some time, he himself, his sister Asma bint Abi Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anha, used to go to the cave, to the fort, and with all this information, what he has collected during the day from the people of Makkah. And at the same time, his slaves, Amr ibn Fuhayra radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who was a shepherd, who was looking for his goat around Makkah, he used to get the goats to the cave and they were milking and they were sitting, talking and getting the information from Abdullah. And before the morning, they all came back to Makkah and the slave of Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, bringing the sheep and goats from the same away. And so they can take the sign of the symbol of the foolish that are these two people who were going from Makkah to the cave and going back from cave to Makkah. So we can understand the sacrifice of the family of Abu Bakr Siddiq in the migration of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What happened to Abu Bakr Siddiq? There are different stories happened. Even Khutbah at night. Abu Bakr Siddiq was not busy night to go out. It was so dangerous, so fearful way. Because he knows the people of Makkah and the Kuffar, they can attack any time if they find in the way going out from Makkah to cave or in the cave at any time, at any moment, at any place, they can attack. So what I can report in the narration of Musa and the scholar in the way when the Prophet moved, because they were only two, Abu Bakr and Muhammad when they were going. Sometime Abu Bakr Siddiq on the front of the Prophet. Sometimes he start walking behind him. Sometimes right side, sometimes the left one. Prophet asked him, why you are doing this one? Sometimes you are walking in front of me. Sometimes you are walking behind me. Sometimes from my right, sometimes from my left. He said to him, that I fear. What I say, when some people maybe come from front of you, so he will pray, so I will come front of you, that if anything happens to me, the first one. When anything happens behind, so I become the behind like you, so anything happen before me, I not happen anything to you. He said to the Prophet, by this reason, sometimes he used to front of the Prophet, sometimes he used to walk behind the Prophet. Where we are now, he is not from indigenous, but his same, his character, his behavior, his practice is in front of us, indigenous. He's saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected, but we are listening, he's saying. We are listening to his sacrifice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we can come to our heart, to our mind, that what we are doing for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what we are doing with this saying, how we are dealing with his character and practice. My dear brothers and sisters, we see how the Lord that he became the best person from this ummah by this sacrifice. Not only this one, because this was the states according to some narration 5 miles from Makkah to Khutbah. It was not easy at that time, like nowadays there is street light and flat areas and the street. At that time, all these areas were the stony one, the hilly area. And nowadays, if you go forward, you can see the area and the mountain is about 1 kilometer high, the mountain. So, and the cave is on the top of the mountain hill. And how he went here, and how, because they were feeling from all angles, that any time anything can happen. While they know the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He supported, but then their fear was there. For some narration that they used to walk on the edge of their feet. Why? Because the Kuffar Makkah, especially from some people from some tribes, they were so expert to find out the food step of any person. They can recognize the food step of the person that whose food step is this one. Some people were very smart in this way. So, in some narration that they used to walk on the edge of their feet. So, the Kuffar Makkah, they can't understand and recognize the food step of this person. In some narration, that Abu Bakr Siddiq, when they were walking on the stony area, he held the Prophet on his back. Especially when they were climbing the mountain, more than 1 kilometer high. And it was not correct or not like a trek, it was a stony area, and climbing up is not easy. And what happened the next one? When they reached the cave, he was not, according to the parade, Abu Bakr Siddiq entered first one in the cave. He said to the Prophet that time there was not any light, no any torch, no it was Friday night. It was Friday night. When he entered, after looking at searching the holes in the cave, he broke the whole holes except one. So what happened? When he closed the hole, he called the Prophet to enter in the cave. When he entered, Abu Bakr Siddiq broke the hole with his feet. And what happened next one? They were, as I say, we can understand. wanted person from the Makkah. And the life of the dead. They were priced 100 camel at that time, so expensive, and but we did when they entered, when Abu Bakr Siddiq blocked the house. After some time, some poisonous sex instead of the bite in his leg, in his feet, and tears started coming out from his eyes. But he did not want to disturb the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet ﷺ put his head in his leg, and we can say that he took a neck. And Abu Bakr Siddiq was feeling severe pain after biting this poisonous animal of sex, but he did not disturb the Prophet ﷺ. He knows that how he came to here and whatever happened, anything. He comes from the kuffar, so he did not disturb, but he was caring. And the drops of 50 years, when fell down and checked out the Prophet ﷺ, he woke up and asked, what happened to you, Abu Bakr Siddiq? At that time, he informed that some poisonous animal had died to his feet, and so at that time, Prophet he spit up took his salvia and put on his palace, and alhamdulillah he became the cure. So it is like a miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that how he cured this Sahabi who sacrificed his life for the Prophet. My dear brothers and sisters, if anything we can learn from this character of Prophet that he preferred the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his life, and all his belongings, on his family, on his own self, on his life, and all his family members. So by this reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him status that he became the best person in this ummah, and no one will come until the day of Qiyamah who become the best one, a best than Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, they stayed there in that cave 3 nights, Friday nights, and Saturday night, and Sunday night. And on Monday night, they went out from the cave according to the plan, and there was a kafir at that time, and they hired him for guiding the way from Makkah to Medina, unknown way, known the common way. The Kuffar Makkah, the people were knowing for Medina. He was really smart. He really smart in the unknown way through the village and the hilly area. He was leading to Medina. After 3 nights, according to the plan, he came with 2 camels, which he was given by Abu Bakr Siddiq, and came to near to the cave, and came down from the hill. And from there they started their journey towards Medina. And inshallah, it will come from here, from cave to Medina, what happened in the way, and how they traveled from Makkah to Medina. Inshallah, it will come the next week. But with here, there are 3 short lessons, my dear brothers and sisters. First of all, that we think that teaching of Islam, always it is facing the problem. The migration for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not easy. Leaving behind your family, leaving behind your relatives, leaving behind your houses and your country is not easy. And it is the sunnah of all the Anbiyas, starting from Ibrahim alayhi salam, to Hud alayhi salam, to Musa alayhi salam, and the last one, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They all migrated for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the preaching of Islam, for delivering the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to all humanity. And so it is not easy way. It is very hard situation. Nowadays you are listening the forcefully and the migration from some area to the other area, how they are facing the problem, how they are living and dealing the situation. It is not easy. Nowadays, sometimes we can easier from that time, or how we can imagine the hardness of that time of the migration from one city to other city. And we know when the Prophet went out from Makkah, he said, addressing to Makkah, "O Makkah, you were the beloved city to me. I am not going out from with you, but the people are forcing me to go out from here. A man always loves his country, love our city." So still he went to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The city where he corona, the city where he bore the title of Amin and Sadiq, the city where he received the sold the for Makkah, the city where he put the made the decision of putting the stone in Kaaba. With that he solved the biggest problem what was going to happen to people of Makkah. The city where he got married, who is the sister of Jannah, the leader of the people of Jannah. The city where all children born except Ibrahim alayhi salam, and alhamdulillah one of them was Fatima radiallahu ta'ala, Sayyid al-Shura alayhi Jannah. The city where he did a job of looking for the sheep and goats of Makkah and a shepherd. The city where he grown up from childhood to the young one to the sometime from the old age. At that time he was 53 years when he went out and lived out his city Makkah and started to go to Medina. 53 years old from childhood, the adult world. Sometimes some years after his old age. So it was not easy, my dear brothers and sisters. The other revelation that the age you are sacrificed towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala religion, you will get the status like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said in the hadith, "Inna ashadda an-nas ibtila'an al-anbiya wa al-anbiya thumma al-amthal fal-amthal." The biggest trial accomplishment to the Anbiya, to them to the people who are the more closest to the Prophet, as the following the Sunnah, the character, the behavior, and my dear brother and sister. Then the status of family of Prophet starting from Akbar and the reaching to his slave, Amir ibn Fuhayr radiallahu ta'ala anhu ajma'in. My dear brother and sister, and the other thing we come inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to seek lesson from this event.